Welcome back, jazz fans. We are now diving into the world of trombones. Be careful. It's messy in there. Okay, we're starting out with this guy, Carl Fontana. He actually went to college to get a degree in music education. He went to Louisiana State University. That's what he studied. He is known for what is called doodle tonguing. So instead of just going ta 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 ta, he plays so fast that he goes yeah, and it's ridiculously hard. But that's why it sounds like he's playing screaming fast when you listen to him. The album we're going to listen to, a tune from this, called The Great Fontana. He didn't release this until 1985. That was his first album as a headliner. I've seen him at the U of I Jazz Festival quite a few times when he used to come. He passed away in 2003. He had Alzheimer's disease, so the end of his life probably didn't have quite the luster that it had earlier. It's kind of a sad thing. I'm watching my mother-in-law go through that. But when he was on, he was pretty fantastic. He started back in the 50s. He got into the Woody Herman Thundering Herd, and he replaced a guy named Irby Green. And that was his big break, 1951. So he played a lot with those. Most of his life, however, he lived in Las Vegas, and he played in bands on the Strip. He also had a national public radio show that was on in the 1980s called Monday Night Jazz. And he would go through and, talk about the good old days in the 50s when he was playing, and also some of the newer music that was coming out and who the new artists were. His playing style was, he was like after the post-bop guys. He played some in the big band swing era, but mostly he was just known as not bebop, but maybe post-bop. The album that we're going to listen to today, The Great Fontana, that's considered the #1 biggest thing in his whole discography. The other little thing I wanted to mention, for 3 years he was on the road. Before he moved to Vegas, he played in the Stan Kenton Orchestra. That was a pretty big deal, because when he was on that band, there were a couple other guys on that band too, like Maynard Ferguson and Lee Konitz and Buddy Childers and George Roberts. So yeah, he's really well known in the business from the people in that generation. So let us now take a listen to a tune from this Great Fontana album, and it's called Shoutin' on a Riff. Next week, we will look at another trombone genius by the name of Slide Hampton. And yes, he is playing backwards. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.